On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I think it's different though. Again, like I don't think that it requires a whole lot of standards for a chick that, which is one of the reasons why I think that Siobhan's question now becomes even more relevant, right? Because the requirement for how a woman operates within your household, as far as if you marry her, is completely different than the requirements. But if you just busting down a chick, right? You can bust down a chick and not even think twice about her. But then at the same time, the way that she operate in your household, that's going to be a completely different conversation.
So, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kayla.
Yeah. So, I don't fully disagree with the. I don't know about. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the question in terms of ask for a man. So, like, the more you ask from a man, are we saying like once you get into the relationships, the things you ask him to do for you?
The more you ask for a man, the higher standards he's going to have for you. The more you ask for a man, the higher standards he's going to have for you. Let's go ahead and talk about it right now. What are you guys' thoughts? You think that is true?
The higher his standards he's gonna have for
I think you worded it weird.
The more you ask from a man, the higher.
The more you ask for a man, right, women, the more that you ask from a man, the higher standards he's going to have from you. So depending on the quality of the man that you're asking from, he's going to have higher standards from you. Does that make sense, Anton?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
It's too early, but that's okay. My gym workout was phenomenal. Before I went home, I decided to stop over at my mother's house. I haven't seen my mother in 2 months. I know she's going to be very surprised to see me. I can't wait. What the? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The first thing I noticed was this person's skin. What is going on? Uncomplicated, untreated skin? Who is this guy? I had to take a step back, but then I realized it was my brother. But look at his skin. Have you guys ever seen anything like that? I had to take a closer look and figure out what was going on. Best believe I crept up on him. Peep this. I'm still looking at his skin, trying to figure out how did we get here. I could do nothing but shake my head. He could definitely use my help. I had to get to the bottom of this. He definitely needed some game about his skin. I'm just staring at it, like looking at it. Come on, bro. I knew what to do. I had to reach in my bag and get that Tiege Hanley. Uncomplicated skincare for men. Bro, this is why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. They have helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and the grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My brother was so excited. My favorite part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really make the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin easy. Shout out to Tiege Hanley. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description and not only will you get Tiege Hanley for the best possible price, but they'll also give you a free gift with your first box. Click that link and get started today for just $30. Feel the Tiege. Let the Tiege force be with you.
It makes sense. I think the men should answer first.
I agree.
No, because you're gonna get. I don't want to give y'all the answer.
You now, Anton. You know
there's no answer. Just an opinion.
No. So basically, the more that you're looking for out of a man, the higher the standard he's going to have for the woman that he's requiring. That's going to be on there. Go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all answer. I'm not gonna MP.
Okay, so I kind of get the question now. So if we're, in this generation, sometimes women's qualities. They want a man that's over 6 feet, six figures, big peen, all that. On the opposite side, if a man is that caliber, right, he's going to want basically, okay, you need to be fit, you need to be this and that, you got to be up to par, right? So in some cases that's true, right? So if you're asking for the above and beyond, like you're 10, you better be a 10 too. But in some cases we don't see that. So if that's what the question's asking.
You can slice it in two different ways, right? You can have it from the perspective of that, how Q framed it, or you can frame it from the perspective of like what is being required in the relationship itself, right? Like we can just keep it from on a presentation side, or you can slice it from the requirements as far as what it takes in order to be able to be in that type of relationship with a guy, right? Is it cooking? Is it cleaning? Is it that type of guy? Or once you hit a certain level, do that guy even care about cooking and cleaning at all? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think that looks like though?
It's different for everybody. There's some men that say they don't care that a woman can cook, whereas there's some men that say, hey, I need a woman to cook, clean, take care of the household, know when to shut up. Like it's different in different people's marriages and relationships in general. Nope.
So in terms of the question, I think that if, I don't know, the way that it, what the question is, I think that if you start getting into that like tit for tat thing, problems can ensue. So if it's like, oh, you want me to do this? Okay, well then I want you to do that. Like, I think that if that's the premise that a relationship is founded on, there will inevitably be problems, in my opinion. So I don't know. Like, I think that people who mesh well together just get together and don't necessarily start saying, well, I took out the garbage, so that means you got to do this. Like, it's just whatever happens in their relationship that works happens. So I don't necessarily think that that's true. I think that that would only be like what the question is asking or the statement is saying. I think that would only be true if someone were trying to be very, tit for tat in their relationship, which I don't think is a good idea. You should find someone you like and someone that likes you.
I think at what stage is this? Is it like you guys are together, you're trying to get to know that person? Like what stage are we exactly talking about?
You tell me. What stage?
That's a good question.
Yeah, but y'all talking in circles though. Look, the thing is men never had high standards for women. Like for all this to keep going on, men never had high standards for women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, as long as the box work, all this fit, feminine, friendly shit like that, maybe a little friendly that's in there. But all that other stuff, men never had high standards for women. Men understand sacrifice. Men can sit here and deal with a woman with big flaws, big red flags, and still maneuver. Never. You don't see men running around here besides the recent YouTube dick and pussy conversations.
What?
Can you imagine men having high standards for women? Like, oh yeah, she got to have a degree. She got to be this tall. Her titties got to be perfect. Then all these hoes will be disqualified. Y'all, but we had these conversations like men got these high standards. They never did. They don't never care. They don't care, you know what I'm saying? Half of these motherfuckers can't even cook. So if men had high standards, let's keep it funky. And all these little YouTube stats they be pushing out, they're saying 80% of the black women are overweight. If men had high standards, then all these hoes would be disqualified.
Logic, I have a question for you, right? So the men that are saying this, are they up there? Those type of men that are up there, or those men that are subpar, right?
Even the man that's up there, the men that's up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They still don't have these high, unrealistic standards for women. Men base things off of reality. They look outside their door, and if they see a constant thing, they go with it. Yeah, so, you might go.
I think it's different though. Again, like I don't think that it requires a whole lot of standards for a chick which is one of the reasons why I think that Siobhan's question now becomes even more relevant, right? Because the requirement for how a woman operates within your household, as far as if you marry her, is completely different than the requirements. But if you just busting down a chick, right? You can bust down a chick and not even think twice about her. But then at the same time, the way that she operate in your household, that's going to be a completely different conversation.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kayla.
Yeah. So, I don't fully disagree with the. I don't know about. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the question in terms of ask for a man. So, like, the more you ask from a man, are we saying like once you get into the relationships, the things you ask him to do for you?